I remember this scene so clearly because I feel like I really found Judy's rhythm here when she's hustling Nick, when she's committing him to this partnership. And it felt like I really saw what she was made of here. She's nervy. She's very brave. I've always wished that I could be more like her. I also am rather partial to this carrot pen. I have one at home. My children are not allowed to touch it.
Popsicle, right? Do you know him?
I know everybody. And I also know that somewhere there's a toy store missing a stuffed animal. So why don't you get back to your box?
Over there!
Oh, it's towards the end. Is all hope lost? She's hurt her leg. I don't actually remember recording this per se. It's amazing working with all of these other actors and never actually being in the room with them and not really having any idea until it all comes together, until I'm sitting in a theater finding out what everybody else did. But I find that in the writing of our Zootopia movies, there are always these callbacks that I find really emotional. They really always get me, how we'll bookend things with scenarios or with lines and repeat them after the characters have grown and changed, or marking that the characters have grown and changed. And I love this in the end where we see that Nick and Judy have really become a partnership. I think they're better characters, they're better, I want to say like better people. They're better animals because of having each other. And I also think that they're better cops because of what they each bring to this partnership. More hustling. Oh, now I want to watch the first movie again.
Hero cop killed by savage fox.
So in the first, when we were making the first movie, I never actually read a script, not until we were all done. So I also didn't always understand completely what was happening. And it was sort of like a very creatively satisfying and freeing experience. But it was also sort of piecemeal, which I say it really was rewarding that it was like that. I think that's kind of how life is, like episodic. But I didn't really understand how it was all gonna come together.
Blood, 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 and death.
All right, you know.
And I love this when she says a blood and blood and blood and death at the end. By the way, I remember when I saw the first movie the first time, at the beginning of the film, when Judy is little and she's doing the blood and blood and blood and death. I literally thought, I was like, did I record that and forget that I had recorded that? And maybe they had like done something in the engineering booth to tweak my voice a little bit, because it sounded so much like me and so much like my performance in this part of the movie. But that actress was just amazing, who was not me, who played young Judy.
Sweetheart. Boom.
Boom. I don't remember if all the booms were in the script or if I just kept saying boom, by the way. It's entirely possible. I'm not good at improv, but I am very good at making just very strange noises. And they often make it.
Plagued Zootopia of late.